Yeah. What's really happening in Miami? What they do? So check it, man. I got my book Pressure in my hand right here, right? And I'm gonna share with y'all since it's Easter holiday, right? You know, I don't celebrate it, but you know, the city always lit, especially in Miami. It's a big thing in Miami, Easter holiday, right? I'm gonna give y'all a story, you know what I mean, from back in the day, Miami, right? And I want to share this story. I want a lot of my YNs to listen to this story because I want you to see that, you know, from my era to your era, it ain't a whole lot of difference, you know what I mean? But it is. But at the end of the day, I'm going to show you how we handle things when it came to beef and little conflicts in the streets in my day, right? So here go the story. I'm going to get right into it. 1989. If you're in the comment, right, because this could have been 88. My mind, you know, I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. So I'm in the 80s. Who remember when Two Live Crew on Easter played New Edition at Miami-Dade Community College? It was that Friday, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take you back and I'm gonna show you how, you know what I mean, what I had going on and what ended up happening that weekend. A big situation went down in Miami in 88, possibly 89. Somebody help me out. But as I recall, everybody went to the National Guard, not National Guard, Miami-Dade Community College to watch, you know what I mean, New Edition. Shout out to New Edition and Two Live Crew. Who? Right? This is my first time seeing New Edition, right? And come to find out, them boys pretty tall, man. All them boys, Bell, Dib, DeVoe, they were pretty tall, right? Your boy, you know, fly guy back then, I was going by Gigolo then, you know what I'm saying? So I was on court side. Shout out to that boy, Half Pint. Some of y'all might remember Half Pint. I ain't heard from him, ain't seen him in a minute. But shout out to Half Pint. If you see this video, man, you probably remember what I'm talking about. All of us was on court side. Shout out to rest in peace to my sister, our auntie, Betty Rice, right? Betty Rice was performing the halftime show. If y'all know, y'all know. I got to meet, you know what I mean, Betty Wright that day too. All us, Half Pint, Betty Wright, all us was on half court, right? Not half court, on court sides, because you could come in, you could leave the beaches, you could go over there and kick it, right? It was kind of, you know, everybody was approachable back then. It ain't none of that, you know what I mean, stand office, you know how it is nowadays with the celebrities or whatever. But anyway, another thing, little reminder, Half Pint used to have all that little, no, this ain't no shade, but Half Pint used to have all that little costume jewelry on, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing, trying to come up similar to what y'all doing nowadays. So to show you why that fake jewelry game was going on back then too, you know what I'm saying? Pint, you know that shit wasn't real, you know what I'm talking about, that iguana, lizard type brooch you had hooked onto that chain, you know what I mean? But anyway, let me get into the story and the meat of the story. So that night right there was Friday. That Saturday, it was a tradition in Miami, you know what I mean? Everybody go to the Omni Mall and catch a movie. I still remember, so this probably will help us remember what year it was. It was a movie called Seven Signs. It was like a scary movie or whatever. It was showing at the National Guard Armories, right? So all us had nothing flooded. You know, it's get fresh. Everybody go to the movies and get fresh, you know what I mean? So we all went to the movie. Your boy, you know what I mean? I had me a date, you know what I mean? I ain't had no whip in 89 or 80. That's why I remember I ain't get my Chevy till 90. You know what I'm saying? When I came home from board school. But nevertheless, I ain't had no whip. I had done caught like everybody else, catching the bus and the jitney out there. So I got out there to the movie fresh, met my date out there. I ain't gonna call her name out, but she went to Jackson. Both of us going out, you know, Jackson at the time. I was in 9th grade. So we went out, so we go watch the movie. After the movie was over with, you know how it is, bunch of juveniles, YNs, we crowded the whole Omni Mall. Biscayne took over, right? It was a Burger King right across the street from the Omni Mall. Everybody, you know, leave the movie and go congregate at the Burger King. So I'm kind of like, you know, back then you could see, you know, all in the movies, kind of like one of the movie scenes from if y'all remember, y'all my age, y'all seen Cooley High when all the boys stood up in the movies and a bunch of dudes from different areas. That's how this movie scene, what this scene was that day there. You know, you had dudes from town, you had a bunch of dudes from the city, the sub, you know, all over, you know what I mean, from the crib. So, you know, I'm already sensing. I'm in there on a little date, got my little popcorn, you know, chilling with my little vibe. I'm on some player shit. I'm already sensing, oh, but this shit about to go down. Everybody knew it was going to go down once the movie was over with. It was in the wind. And I'm going to tell you who they said was the whole, you know what I mean, afterward. I know Screech talk. That boy Dancing Ty, man, from over town. Shout out to little Ty. We used to call him Hat Man because he used to keep the scullies on no matter what. It would be 90 degrees. Hat Man had a little scully on his head, right? Ty, they said Ty instigated this shit. You know what I'm saying? Between, you know, my little homies off 61st, Shantae Ward, they say Shantae, you know what I'm saying, was involved in this shit heavily too, you know what I'm saying? So Shantae, you know, all us, you know what I mean? You got the young niggas out the city, you got niggas out of over town. I ain't gonna name a whole lot of niggas, you know what I mean? Niggas know who was anticipating in this shit. I know I wasn't. I was on a date. So when I sensed that the shit was going down after the movie, I had told my little people, like, listen, you know, everybody knows it's a bunch of cabs. It's the Omni Mall, but it's also hooked up to the Omni Hotel right there. So it's a bunch, back in the days, the society cabs. Shout out to the green and black cabs, man. There wasn't no Uber and Lyfts. You know what I mean? If you was on some player shit, you'd get your cab. You dig what I'm saying? I had done flagged the little cab, told my little people, man, I'm finna get you home. This shit finna go down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm talking about? So I see it. Those niggas all in the middle of the road and Biscayne. Before me and my little people jumped in the cab, they had already started bumping. I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but they getting it, you know what I'm talking about? Over time, Liberty City, they bumping. I can't tell you who won, who didn't win. I wasn't waiting around to see. I ain't got a dog in the fight. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool with everybody. Every hood, I'm good. You feel what I'm talking about? So nevertheless, I'm gonna show you how this shit spilled over on me. Boom. Sunday come around, y'all know everybody do the church thing. Back then I wasn't a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? So you know everybody get ready, go to the church, they go eat with their family, everything. I'm thinking, oh, we in good. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So when Monday come around, you're back to school, right? So we going to school. I go, by this time I'm going out to Jackson. Shout out to them generals, man. Shout out to the J. Yeah, the OG went to Jackson for a while, right? 89. I think it was probably 89. I'm thinking the year was 89 this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Because before I went to Ochoa Boys School, and I ended up going in 90. You know what I'm saying? So boom. I get to the school. I'm in my I don't know what period it is. I know it's like midday. I'm in my class. Y'all know Jackson had the hallways and they had the classroom where you could come in. One door, they had two doors in the class. I'm sitting in the classroom, being below the little sporty nigga I am in class, kicking it, you know what I mean? Trying to whisper on something, pull up on a little female type shit. My nigga Fat Field serving life for some of y'all young YNs. I could tell y'all Fat Field's story. He's actually an innocent man serving life, man. And you know, I don't hold me. After this incident, I'm gonna tell y'all about me and Phil. We got back cool. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Fat Phil, man. Bring Phil home, man, cause he in there for a situation. Everybody, even the streets, know Fat Phil ain't on that body he on. He ain't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it like that. Fat Phil and a nigga named Warren. Everybody from over town know Lil Warren used to box for Gibson or whatever. Lil Warren, known for being a little boxer. He one of them little niggas who could walk around the hall in Jackson, come through, you know like he got the little Mike Tyson scroll and shit, cause he know how to fight. They come in the room, in my classroom, I hear the nigga Fat Phil say, there you go right there. I'm looking around like who these niggas could possibly talk about? Can't be me. You know what I'm saying? There who go? I be damned, they looking right at me, coming towards me. Now, I'm already knowing Warren a boxer. At this time, I ain't shy. I'm a bump too. But at the end of the day, Fat Phil, exact like his name, he's fat. OG ain't weighing. I'm like 140, 145, soaking wet. My name Lil Gigolo at the time. Lil, and I was Lil. But I'm still had a heart of a 6'4" nigga. So when I see him coming, you know, I can't look bad in front of the female, but I gotta, you know, do it. So I grabbed the little, you know, the school desk, I grabbed my desk and chucked it at the nigga's ass. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And I caught for the back door. You know what I'm saying? I got peoples out to Jackson too, cause I'm out the sub, you know. So I'm trying to get to my homies like, this ain't finna be a fair one. This ain't no fair fight. These niggas came too deep. And they bigger than me. Make a long story short, man, they like, after found out later, they took me for Shantae Ward. Shout out to Bert, man. Bring that boy home, serving time in Coleman, man. That's my homie, man, GIGAVELI. They taking me because if everybody remember, back then, all the young niggas, especially out the city, we had the 2 on the bunny teats. The 2 golds on the bunny teats. And if you put, you know, Miami niggas back then, we all look damn near alike, you know, black as fuck, you know what I'm saying, dreads or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, twisting up little day-laws with the 2 golds. I could understand the mistake, but damn, baby, you know what I'm saying, I'm a weekend towner, you know what I'm saying, shout out to, you know, the Rainbow Project, you know what I'm saying, 23rd, you know what I mean, them boys around there, they know G, you know what I'm talking about, you know, Nugget, Scooter, you know what I'm saying, Kaya, you know what I mean? You know, Jeter and all them boys, man. Shout out to Flake, rest in peace, my cousin. All them, you know what I'm saying? They know I'm a weekend town. I'm good in over town. Warren and Field, they more out the swamp. So they not really knowing that boy G good in town. They tried their hand. Make a long story short, I'm just trying to show you YNs. It went down the big notorious Overtown Liberty City rumble on Biscayne on Easter. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Did nobody die? Did nobody die? Wasn't a shot fired. It was a little bust lips, black eyes. You know what I mean? And that's what's the difference between our era and that. Y'all ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? You can have beef, man. Sometimes, you know, I'm not promoting no kind of violence, but we still had a good time. We may bump. We, you know what I mean? But that's my story, man. Y'all check out more stories like that in my book, Pressure, man. Real Miami, you know what I'm saying? Old school, real legend type shit, man. This your boy, GIGAVELI, man. Thanks for listening to my story.